Hi, my name is Chris, and I'm a security guard, and this is the last weekend that I'm going to be working at this location. Um, so I just wanted to show people around because there's a little bit of history here. This place was built in the 1950s. It's called Columbus Works. Um, it was originally built for a company called Western Electric, which then became AT&T, which everybody knows. And then after that, the government did an antitrust thing, and what ended up happening with that was Lucent came about. And Lucent was a pretty big company, pretty big deal. Um, they basically created cell towers, and they built them here. And in the heyday of this actual building, this place hired and employed 13,000 people at one point. Now, as far as the location, the direction I'm having you look right now, that's easterly, and out there near that barn-looking structure, that's a Moo Moo Car Wash right next to Broad Street. And if we take a look over there, it's kind of a bad view, but that whole building over there is basically just for the boiler house, which heats the building. This place is 1,000,000 square feet, which is pretty big. Now, this is the primary lobby. Those are a bunch of storage carts that Lucent used to move all of their stuff out. And yeah, so there's a lot of history here. Anyways, basically just wanted to tour around the building really quick, have a little fun, show you basically what it's like to be here in a big empty building. This place is 1,000,000 square feet, like I said. And the equivalent of 1,000,000 square feet is about 22 football fields. So about 22 football fields could fit inside of this structure. It's a single-story structure for the most part. Well, let's move out. And I'm gonna not stop everywhere because, frankly, there's just so much space. But like here's like a little meeting room, whatever. This is right next to the lobby, but this is nothing. This place is unbelievable. Like I said, it was built in the 1950s. They used to have a museum here. Western Electric used to make sewing machines, and also used to make old-time telephones, the kind that didn't have dialers or rotary phones. That was before rotary phones, but like huge. I mean, they just left a bunch of equipment. I imagine most of this stuff will just become scrap, like projectors and TVs and whatever, and chairs everywhere. This whole place is pretty much just like this. They have entire AV rooms, and they even have a few theaters. It's pretty amazing. Of course, not really showing you very much right now, and just because it's a dark room, but anyways, we'll go ahead and head on through the main part of the building, and hopefully this will be kind of interesting. I just wanted to do this, one, because I don't intend on doing security for much longer, so don't know about how often I'll be working in places as interesting as this. Here's one of the server rooms. Nothing horribly interesting for anybody, but these are just everywhere. This is the primary communication room for pretty much the majority of the lobby area, the front section, but I mean, that's not really that much. It's just a redirect point to the rest of the building. But you'll see what I'm talking about soon. We're going to be taking one of these little electric carts, just like this one. Of course, this one doesn't have a key, so I was, yeah, look how ghetto this shit is. I don't know why, they decided to board these restrooms up, which frankly doesn't make any sense because these are not the only two restrooms in the place. This place is enormous. So this is going to be our ride, right? Pretty awesome, right? A little trike, whatever thing. I don't even know. But I've been charging it here for a little bit. Let's roll out. This is pretty fun to ride on. So, alrighty. Woo! Alright. And I am driving, and no, it does not have power steering. It does go pretty quick, so it's a lot of fun to ride on. Anyways, to the left, this wall over here is the entire kitchen area. This used to be the cafeteria. And we're going to squeeze right through this little doorway. And this used to be a bank, sort of. It was mainly for just the employees, though. Kind of like 80s styling going on the left. And we're going to head towards the executive area. And you start hitting carpet. And this is the TV room area. And let's see here. Don't worry, nobody's gonna worry about what I'm doing right now. There's only me and two other people in this humongous place. There's a gigantic conference room, which is pretty cool. I just passed it, but whatever, we'll go and stop here. If you ever wondered if executive areas of corporate headquarters or whatever, or homes away from home, yeah, there we go. Automatic lights. Yeah, they are. See? Kitchen sink. The damn motion tracking light is not working. Okay. Kitchen sink, cabinets, like full ordeal here. They even had little coffee. There's like behind this metal thing is it's like a little meeting room. They have their coffee. They've got a range stove here. See, little electric things. Turn it on. And it works. See? And yeah, so it's a full ordeal. And yeah. The restrooms aren't anything crazy, but, fancy little water fountains. Compared to the rest, it's always better, so. And it's right next to some office area, which is vacant. Nobody's here anymore. They've been clearing this place out for several months, and unfortunately, it's now, well, so it's kind of sad, but here's a giant meeting room. Pretty large. Working on something, probably a projector. And they have AV equipment over here behind the podium. You can sort of see it. And we'll go ahead and move on and show you, yeah, home away from home. It truly is. Now this is, of course, maintenance, so nothing horribly interesting in there, but these doors are usually shut, so whatever. As you can see, I don't know for sure what this is all set aside for, because all the Alcatel-Lucent employees have left, so I imagine they're intending on pilfering this, or whatever, but as you can see, more networking. Don't know if you're interested in that sort of stuff, but I think it's kind of interesting. So whatever. You see all the blue wire, that's all Ethernet. So it just runs up and through those, like, I don't know what they're called, but they're like metal things. They are metal things, and they run wire through the majority of the building, kind of like on tracks, I guess. So, whatever. But as you can see, there's a primary outlet for that. And this is also the security fiber optic center. See? And this is where all the video signals feed through. As you can see, east checks at cam, whatever, west checks at cam. So I don't actually maintain that. I just, watch cameras, make sure people aren't stealing shit to some degree. I can't stop the property owners from taking stuff, especially if it's been left behind. Actually, I've been recently told I should take a bunch of mini fridges, so this video is more than likely going to be seen by friends of mine. And if I do look like I'm really tired, I am. I didn't sleep much last night. Whatever. But let's move on. Yeah, home away from home, right? I'll go take you and show you the big screen that they have. Unbelievable. Just, whatever. I better turn this off. Yeah, so, like, the electricity for this place is easily over $1 million a month. It's pretty hefty. Definitely not the right door. Customer sales support room. Yeah, I think. Yeah, here we are. See? And, meeting boardroom. Now, here's something kind of interesting. While all of this is Lucent, and even that across the way used to be Lucent, they ended up giving that building away on the other side of this little garden area over there. That is Mount Carmel. People from Mount Carmel East who don't actually do, doctor shit, nurse shit, whatever. They whoever's like an office employee, they work over there. And that's actively being used by Mount Carmel. Now, I don't really know what they're going to end up doing with this side. Because, frankly, I don't think there's any buildings, to my knowledge, that are as large as this. 1 million square feet in Columbus. I've worked a lot of places, but, you can just see. Very, very nice, right? Nice, I don't know how well you can see the color, but the table's green, whatever. Nice big screen. It's pretty old, but they're definitely not hurting over here when they were at their peak, right? So we're only 15 minutes in, according to my little video, right? And let's go ahead and move on. Now, it's funny, I didn't work here at the time when Lucent laid off a ton of people. But they used to have this executive area blocked off because a ton of people lost their jobs. Tons and tons and tons of people. Unbelievably, people, not horribly unbelievably, I mean, people were trying to, get at the executives in whatever way they felt they could. So, but that's no longer the case, and don't worry, I won't get in trouble doing this. Now we can see what I mean. These little security doors here, where the red lights will flash. You should see them flash. Those will trigger an alarm for the Mount Carmel side, so we don't want to go over there. But I will show you just down this way a little bit. Go ahead and try to turn this stupid thing around. Rather, I should just probably put it in reverse and back up. We'll go ahead and back up later because the hall's too narrow up here. I don't usually drive over here, but I wanted to show you guys at least something else. The direction I'm heading down this way, I'll go ahead and walk it. That way I don't have to back up down this long hall and end up running into a wall or something because I'm doing this with one hand. But right over here, outside of this door, this is what, Taylor Station Road? Yeah, I think so. Taylor Station Road. And as you can see, some of Mount Carmel's stuff is still here. This all used to be Lucent. This entire parking lot. Just enormous. As you can see, from here, I'll go ahead and climb up a little. You can see Broad right out there. Look at that. It's a big empty parking lot. And that's Mount Carmel East, of course. And just a little jot that way, towards that direction, is 270. And my mom actually lives past that brown building. Those are new buildings, by the way. I'm pretty sure they're for like outpatient surgeries for Mount Carmel, something like that. And that's a backup station, electrical station. I don't know how well you can see it, but that's what that is. Now, you can go ahead and I don't know how much you guys will like this, but I kind of like these windows and how they kind of tilt outwards, and it kind of gives you a good view because you're up on a hill, right? So, see what I mean? It looks like you're just on top of it all, sort of. And of course, see this B, the letter B. I don't know if you can see it, but resolution should be decent. All that used to be Lucent as well, and now that's a Mount Carmel building. They may actually just demolish this section and leave that, obviously. But see, nothing but empty desks everywhere. And it just goes on and on and on. And this is just one little office. This is nothing. This place is enormous. Now, they're still clearing out a little bit of stuff. They don't have tons left. But here they had a gym. You can check out their little gym. And they left all the exercise equipment. As you can see. I don't usually come over this way. And they even have the blood pressure machine here. See? Apparently somebody's dead. 5 beats per minute? Yeah, right. Yeah, somebody's not alive, I suspect. But like this, you know, people just run around treadmills, and here's the TVs, and of course a mirror. Yo. And unfortunately, I'm not going to turn on all the lights, so when it's a little dark, it might not come out super well, but it's okay. This is sort of my first venture into making a video. I plan on put this on YouTube, make a channel. This is actually like a yoga room. Oops. You guys can't see anything, huh? There we go. This is a yoga room. Pretty well cleared out, but this carpet, you can't really see how squishy it is, but man, it is squishy. You could probably do like light gymnastics or something. And, you know, tumble on the floor and not get hurt. See, yoga mat, I think. Something. Still clearing stuff out. Still, even a water bottle left over from somebody. It's kind of crazy when you're here in the evening. You know, big, giant place. And oh, by the way, this stuff all works. This one's on, so just show you. Enter weight. Too much. Yeah, we'll just start. See? It is moving. All this stuff works. Turn up the speed. I'll get off of that before I fall down. Stop that. I guess somebody's out here running, but everybody's left, so I'm kind of surprised anybody is utilizing this stuff. I'm not really sure what they're going to do with it, because from everything we've heard, this place will end up being demoed. And just to show you the age of this place, this sink is definitely something out of like the 50s. This is, I mean, look at that. Look at that spigot. I mean, I've seen that in like old, look, did you see the rust? Did you see the rust come out of this? Even the sink's rusting. So yeah, some areas obviously need better upkeep, but yeah, whatever. We got a scale here. See, whatever. We'll move on. Not that interesting. It's just a gym, right? But let's see here. Head back to my little motor vehicle. Wrong way. You can easily get lost in this place. It's enormous. The only way to really show you the scale is once I get into the open area. And that's where they did the manufacturing, primarily. And you'll see what used to be just completely filled with equipment for making stuff. I'm backing up now on my little electric cart. Who says electricity doesn't work? Woo! Alright. We are backed up. And so you gotta push forward. Here we go. Alright, what do we got? Oh yeah. Not gonna go that way. They pulled up all these old server rooms and whatnot. I'm not even gonna bother going there. But there's tons of shit over that way to the left. And here's just some of the open area. Enormous. And it goes on. And on. And whee! See, we got TVs and shit. And you can sort of see like that metal ladder looking shit. That's where they'd run cables for everything. And I don't know why, but they have all this caution tape up, so I'm not going to go over there. I'm just driving in circles for a second. Just to show you how big this place is. Because this place is enormous. And it's a hell of a lot of fun to just kind of cruise around and do whatever. But we'll end up back over there here after a bit. I'm going to go ahead and show you the shipping and receiving areas, which will be right through that plastic, old water fountain, right through this plastic over here, which we'll go ahead and just ram right through. Whee! Look at all this. Here's some of the remnants of the shit that they're packing up. Step ladders, chairs. Look at how many fucking chairs there are. Just chairs. 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 Did you need a chair? Do you want a chair? Yeah, they're everywhere. Look at all this crap. Here we go. We got mini fridges, which they're telling me to take. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. and a water cooler. So 6 mini fridges and a water cooler. I lied earlier. This is not the last weekend I'll be here. I'll be here next weekend as well. And that'll be it. So far as I know. But this is there's a bunch of shipping and receiving area, docks, whatever. Trucks line up along these edges here, and they do their thing. Used to be a pretty big deal. Pretty amazing this place is dying. Because, you'd think that telephone systems would always be, constantly needed to be maintained or replaced, but whatever, we'll go ahead and... Oh, and they did at one point have Coda, which is an electric battery company, car battery company, interested in leasing this place, and from what I understand, it fell through because of, I guess the interest rate was going to be too high on the loan that they were going to get for federal government. Have you ever seen a bigger tube TV? Do you see this giant thing? I mean, look how fat the ass on it sticks out. Look at this. That is enormous. With another one right next to it. And another one. This one's not as big. But that one's fucking enormous. It's like 30-something inches over there. But we'll move on. These are some scales. Here's some fake plants for your decorum. And of course, tables and whatnot. I'm going to go kind of quick here. Big empty areas. See all that? Woo! Just cruise around on one of these things. All alone. That's what I do. Hopefully everything's not too blurry. Oh yeah, this is like an older section of the building that hadn't been like really retrofitted or renovated with because you can see the original brick lay that they have here. And not exactly sure what they did here, but I mean they have sinks and whatever and some stands. I don't know if those are vice grips, but they have electrical power here, so maybe they had tables alongside or something. Another loading bay, unloading bay. They have just crap everywhere. I don't know how well you can see it because it's pretty dim, but we're going to step it up a notch and I'll show you the other loading bay. And then finally the empty section where trucks don't normally go anymore. See this big orange thing here? That's where trucks come in, go out. And this is like trash and other electronics. They also load up here. You can see like a bunch of server equipment here where whatever. Basically this building used to be like a way station for landline. Like basically every time you make a telephone call, it would filter through here and get redirected. So, it would just kind of like your old school telephone operator, except not. Big old jack or a forklift. Here we go. Yeah. Running out of room, turning around. Beep beep. You know what? It might help to turn on this light here. Get a little bit of light. And it just goes on and on and on. Woo! And to my left, we're not going to stop. We'll just cruise cruise by it just like everything else, but these are what's known as high bay loading, and see if I guess I will stop, because where's the lighting system? Like, we want to turn on the lights here so that you can see how high this place is. People would come and sit in that little chair, and this goes up. You can't see it because there's no light, but it goes up several stories. I'd say about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, maybe 10 stories. 10 stories. I know that the building's actually tall enough to require aircraft warning lights on top of it. So this section is a multi-level section, but it's probably the only one that I can tell. Everything else is single floor with high ceilings, like that. And we'll go ahead and let's see here. You know what? I'll take you through the underground passage into the boiler room. It's kind of cool. Give us something to do here while I finish this up. And we won't talk to the boiler guy. I don't really talk to them. They're old people, so. But, yeah, why not? Let's do it. Show you where all the heating comes from for this entire building. Watch your step. Look at the drop here, huh? A little bit nuts. See what I mean? It's like almost straight up. And then once again, some more stairs. And here we have giant pipes which feed this enormous building with heat and air conditioning and whatever. And this it's enormous. It's absolutely enormous. This just goes on. This travels underground, by the way, if you hadn't guessed. And reemerges in the basement of the boiler house, which is kind of cool. You'll get to see a bunch of equipment. Nothing crazy, just a bunch of boilers, but I mean, it's not stuff that you see every day, so at least you'll understand a little bit more of what I do. I patrol this sort of stuff, so why not? This is a chemical station. It's kind of hard to hear, so I'll just keep talking to a minimum until I exit this area, but boilers, whatever. Electrical systems, air compressors, whatever. Asbestos-y. Get that delicious asbestos taste. See how old some of this shit is? Look at all that oxidation. Rust. Layman's term. And this is basically building management. This is really old. You can see the original brick lay. They got a little crane here. Mobile crane, of course. kind of fun to sit in the power equipment sometimes, just for the hell of it, or drive it. Whatever, there's nobody here to stop me. So. And forklift. We got a bunch of old school stuff. We got a Vice. That thing's KO. I don't know how you can see it, that orange thing. And see a giant tractor. Well, it's not giant, but at least see a giant forklift. Here's a real crane right here. It's a 1 ton, actually made in Ohio. It says Cleveland Beacon Products. Whatever. Here's a big forklift, and this thing is the giant mother of all forklifts. This thing behind all this junk. See this giant motherfucking fork and these super heavy duty chains, and look at those tires. Can't even get them in the whole shot. There you go. Climb up on this bad boy, right? Yeah. Yeah, you're gonna have to move. Talk about clearing traffic. You could if you wanted to in this thing. Alright. And of course the classic tractor. Whatever. See? I'm getting this thing once in a while. Not gonna go out there. Those things with I don't know how to explain them. They're like grayish buildings that kind of look like they come out diagonally. Those are basically radiators for the boiler house, or an equivalent. They just run water all the time to cool it back down, or recondense it from steam to a liquid. This is a security area. I won't spend any time here, but how's it going? You guys partying?
Yeah, sure.
Thrills and spills and whatever else? Trying to clear stuff out or something dead?
Primarily consider this stuff property owners.
Oh!
Good. Like more than expected.
Preoccupied. Here's where the cameras are and whatever. As you can see, they like to watch me. Or maybe you can't see that. See? That's where I sit as they watch movies. So, very hypocritical sometimes, they can be. Yes, that's my site supervisor. But a lot of old stuff. Wasn't going to bother introducing them. Not horribly cool with them. I don't really give a shit about them. Some fathead, and well, you saw how big it was. You could fucking, I don't even know. Like, well, he's fat. Let's just leave it at that. I don't even want to make an analogy of how big he is. We're going to end up staying above ground. We're just going to go outside. And I'll show you basically the side door to where we went underground. And we'll head back and I'll conclude my video. Huge! Just empty space everywhere. Oh yeah, geese love to nest here. I guess they've been doing it for years. Oh, giant groundhogs. Almost forgot about these motherfuckers. Big old motherfucking fat groundhog, I tell you what. Like, this is one of the holes. Goes down. I don't know what, yeah, there it is. There you go. Everywhere. See all this? All that shipping and receiving and whatever. That's that, see this? That's that gray building right there. It's like 10 stories tall. Has aircraft warning lights. Well, obviously, because besides the condos that are over here, there's also CMH Airport right over there. And airplanes come in from right over there and land. So, very prudent of them to put something to make sure people don't run into buildings, right? But you can sort of see the scale now of how large this thing is. The high-rise warehouse, whatever, that's the crane-operated thing that I was showing you earlier, how tall it is, see? Pretty tall. That is not a door. That wood there, that's sitting next to a door, you know? So it's probably like 2 stories high, just that wood. And yes, it's unsecured. There's a reason behind that. This place is old, and it's fenced in, so I guess I feel like it's protected enough. So, whatever. Old school switches. Okay. Back to my ride, man. Even got seats for friends. Look at this shit. See? Look at that. A little foot stands, right? So you can ride on it backwards while your buddies drive. Definitely fun to ride around on this thing, I can't lie. So, anyways, off we go. Show you the last bits of this place, and that'll be it. This thing sort of moves pretty quick, this little electric thing. I tend to usually ride the bike, but I didn't want to try riding the bikes while I was filming, so... Here's from the other angle, that big empty space. Here's a bunch more shit being staged. And forklifts and whatnot. And so, I don't know if you liked it, but this is where I work. This is what I do. At least for the time being. I've worked at plenty of other places, significantly newer, but it's definitely one of the oldest and easily has the most interesting history as far as like manufacturing in Columbus goes. So I'm glad I could share this with you. Make it back to this lobby here. You know, it's funny when they were talking about, oh, we might as well just assume this is the building owner stuff. They set that exercise equipment aside to steal it. So the fat guy's brother or whatever, Pete, they set it to the side so they could steal it. So whatever. I think they're just a bunch of hypocrites. But not to end on a down note, we'll go ahead and I'll show you what I was talking about. Here's the camera. These sons of bitches were staring at me because there's nothing better for them to watch, right? So, yes, I am here. And that about wraps it up. So, hope you enjoyed my film. I'm going to post this on YouTube and have a better idea of what I do. And take it easy.